In the long and storied history of Rome, there are countless tales of military triumphs, political intrigue, and the sheer willpower of its people. But one of the most curious and perhaps underrated stories of Rome's defense involves neither mighty legions nor brilliant generals. Instead, it was the humble goose that played a pivotal role in saving the Eternal City from disaster. In 390 BCE, Rome faced one of its most perilous moments, a Gallic invasion. And on one fateful night, the vigilant honks of Geese would change the course of history. The year was 390 BCE, and the mighty city of Rome was in chaos. The Gallic tribes from the north, led by their chieftain Brennus, had marched southward, defeating Roman forces in the disastrous Battle of the Allia. With Rome's military crushed, the Gallic army advanced on the city itself, forcing its inhabitants to flee to the hills or take refuge on the Capitoline Hill, a fortified stronghold within the heart of Rome. For months, the Gauls laid siege to the city, waiting for an opportunity to breach its defenses and claim victory. As the siege dragged on, tensions were high. The defenders of Rome on the Capitoline Hill were exhausted and demoralized. Food supplies were running low, and the Gauls seemed to be in no rush, knowing that starvation would eventually break the Roman resistance. The situation was bleak, and the fate of Rome appeared sealed. The defenders feared that it was only a matter of time before the Gauls found a way to infiltrate the hilltop fortress and put an end to Rome's defiance. It was in this dark hour that an unlikely hero emerged, one that no Roman had expected. The Temple of Juno, located on the Capitoline Hill, housed a flock of sacred geese. These geese were considered holy and were treated with great reverence, but no one imagined that they would become key to the survival of the city. One night, while the Romans slept, the Gauls made a bold and stealthy move. Under the cover of darkness, they began scaling the cliffs of the Capitoline Hill, seeking to catch the Romans off guard. Their plan was perfect in theory, silent, swift, and undetected by the watchful Roman guards. But the Gauls had not accounted for the geese. As the invaders approached the walls, the sacred birds, disturbed by the unfamiliar presence, erupted in a chorus of loud, panicked honks. Their cries pierced the night air, startling the sleeping Romans and alerting them to the impending attack. A Roman soldier named Marcus Manlius was the first to respond. Roused by the geese's alarm, he rushed to the edge of the fortress and spotted the Gauls attempting to scale the walls. Without hesitation, Manlius sounded the alarm, and the Roman defenders scrambled to their posts. What could have been a devastating surprise attack was now foiled. The Romans, fully alert and armed, repelled the Gallic assault with force. Manlius himself was said to have personally engaged several of the attackers, throwing them off the cliffs and ensuring the security of the hill. Thanks to the sharp senses of the sacred geese, the Gallic invasion was thwarted, and Rome survived yet another day. In the aftermath of this miraculous defense, the geese were honored as the saviors of Rome. The story of how their honking had saved the city became legendary, passed down through generations as a reminder that even the smallest creatures could play a crucial role in the grandest of events. The Romans, ever appreciative of symbolic gestures, later created a tradition to commemorate the event. In annual ceremonies, the Capitoline geese were celebrated, while the Roman guards who had failed to detect the attack were mocked and punished as part of the ritual. This unusual yet captivating episode in Roman history shows that sometimes victory does not come through brute strength or cunning strategy, but through the unexpected intervention of nature itself. The story of the geese who rescued Rome is a testament to the importance of vigilance in times of crisis, and a reminder that even the most unlikely of heroes can emerge when the stakes are high. And so, on that fateful night, it wasn't the legions, the generals, or the gods who saved Rome. It was the honk of the geese, nature's humble sentinels, that protected the heart of the burgeoning empire from certain defeat. The memory of their unexpected contribution to the city's survival continues to echo through the ages, a quirky yet significant footnote in the vast annals of Roman history.